Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Topbox and welcome back to another Ace Defender video. Now, today I want to kind of bring you a 5-part series here where we're going to rank each individual faction. So, we're going to do all 5 factions. We're going to start off with the Holy Light, and then we'll do the nature, we'll rank the characters in nature, we'll rank the characters in Mooncrest, deity, and finally Devil. It's just a little fun thing to do, you know. We do have the overall tier lists. Keep an eye out for Pino's channel because he is currently on the way of doing a PvP tier list. He also has his PvE tier list. I have my free-to-play tier list. I believe in the tier list section I was doing a front row, back row. So what characters are sort of best to have on the front row and what characters are best to have on the back row, how to, you know, maximize your potential, your damage output and your survivability and all of that. But today I just want to do a 5-part series, rank the characters in each individual faction. So if you get certain characters from factions and you're unsure whether they're any good or not, so it's mainly for the new players if they think they're good or not, or you want to focus on a specific faction, then this is sort of what you want to do. Or if you want to focus on a couple of heroes from here, there and everywhere, you know, do as you please. But with that being said, this is part 1 of the 5 parts. We will start with Holy Light. Now, to start with the Holy Light, down the bottom in this D series, I think as most people might know, we're going to start off with Oretok down at D. Now, I have included legendary heroes in this as well as the immortal heroes. So I just thought rather than just putting 6 in, at least we got about 10 so that we can put in, because some of the immortal heroes aren't as bad as others. But yeah, so at the bottom is Oretok. Now, compared to your immortal heroes, your legendary heroes will only have 3 skills. Now, he's nice in the fact that he does have a 1-turn stun. He's also rage reduces speed for 2 turns in a column. Maybe be a bit nicer if it was a row. And if his percentage was higher, he might be a little bit better. But I mean, for early gameplay, you know, if you get him, it's not bad. I wouldn't moan, but you know, yeah, ideally don't really build any of these immortal heroes up. But going along the bottom again, we're going to have Gilg in the D section. Again, it has a 1-turn stun, you know, and he has a defense reducing on a row of enemies. But again, only immortal, so he's going to sit down there. And along with the other 2, you're going to have Libez, who is an okay support for early game. Definitely, if you're going for these heroes, they're good early game, but you should, with your summons, be able to get immortals in there as well. But the other one is going to be Mr. Chainsaw. Now, the only 2 characters that are going to go up above that, personally, for me, is going to be Celia and Arthur. Now, Celia does have the ability to silence enemies. And, you know, it is all enemies. So she's kind of like the Hoyved of light heroes. He has a 30% chance to freeze all enemies. She has a 35% chance to silence all enemies. Now, if you don't know what silence is, silence means that the enemy will only be able to use its basic attack, and its other skills will not activate. And that's what that is. Arthur's up there just because of he's a nice warrior, so he's a bit tankier in the health. He has the ability to heal someone with attack, and also he does large damage to a column with 50% chance of stunning them for 1 turn. So, you know, he's probably better than the other 4. Now, going up to the B tier, as people probably know from other tier lists, This is going to be Nora and Vladis. Now, I've never been a huge fan of Nora. I think, although she's an immortal, she does okay healing, but for this game so far, I haven't found a purpose really to have a healer in the group. You're better off with other characters, so she sits down at the B. Maybe even she might even sit down here, I don't know. But just because she's immortal, she sits up here, really. I think, I don't know, I think if I was actually ranking her, I'd put her down here as well, but because she is immortal, she can go higher, she can get immortal 5 stars, she is going to perform better than, obviously, the immortal heroes here, but... And Vladis, I don't think he's got the damage output. He's good, but he hasn't got the damage output. Now, onto the A tier is... We've only got 4 left, so on the A tier is going to be Shen Yan. He has lifesteal, damages all enemies for an AoE as well, damage over time plus healing himself. He just doesn't have that much extra damage at higher levels to make it into S. He is still very solid character and he's easily farmable through the arena. Now the other A character I was going to put up is Valkyrie. Now she is a very solid tank early to mid game, maybe at the start of end game as well, but once you get towards the end game, you're going to have other characters, other tanks that are better than Valkyrie. But for the starters, she's pretty good. But yeah, once you start getting in the later game, her shield starts becoming a bit useless. It just doesn't hold out compared to what it should. So I mean, she's still annoying to fight against when it's against people in Expedition and that lot. Not people, the AI in Expedition. She's still irritating to fight. But she sits up here at A. I do like her, but yeah, I just think... I don't know, maybe a couple more adjustments on her kit would put her into the S tier. But with that being said, as you can probably see now, and as probably most of you know, S, the top 2 light faction heroes are Fengling and Margeria. Now, Fengling is a ranger who damages an entire row with her kick. She also has a basic which causes 25% miss, which is very nice. I think she's very strong, high damage, good output. And Margeria is just such a good hero. She has a stun. She has an ability to apply attack up to the team. She also has a defense debuff to the enemy team. She is a very, very good character. Now, if you have a high level artifact on her, and you can have her at quite low rank as well. But she is also available farming through the Silver Leaf, so if you're a pay-to-play player, then you can focus on her through the Silver Leaf. I think it's a good idea too. She is very strong. Or as a free-to-play player, unless you get her through other means, it takes a while to save up the Silver Leaves. I have a Epic Plus. I have about 630 something Silver Leaves. But the faction summons I'm doing is going all into Holy Light, so I will be getting as many copies of her as I can whilst upgrading her artifact to a fairly decent level as well. Should you have any questions as to what you think their artifact stats should be, I'm going to link Pino's video in at the end of this, which will lead you to the Holy Light Part 2, which is a more in-depth explanation about all the characters and that lot. But with that being said, this is just a small little series, not long, hopefully about 10, maybe less, minutes of video. And yeah, I hope you like it. If you do, give it a like and subscribe. With that being said, I will see you in the next one, which will probably be the Mooncrest. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.